What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another video. And in today's video, guys, we are playing a brand new game on the channel, being Pokemon Duel, which actually did come out a couple of days ago. And I'd recently been getting into the game and been playing it, and honestly, it's probably one of the most fun games I've been playing in a very, very long time. Compared to some of the other gacha games that are out there, you know, this is definitely probably one of my favorites. It's actually got a really, really fun mechanic with its gameplay, and just the whole feature of pulling for the actual Pokemon figurines is actually really, really cool. So, anyways, in this video, I'm just going to be basically just showing you guys around the actual game itself, and I'll be doing a couple of pulls as well because I have some gems saved up. And just a little side note, if you guys do have gems, make sure to pull on the actual banner right now, because there is a banner at the moment on the shop that means you can do 6 pulls and you get a guaranteed EX in the shop. So I'm going to show you guys real quick which the ones I'm talking about. So when you go to the shop, you're greeted with this menu here. Now the golden button, the booster actual button, you click that and we'll link you to this page. So with this specific page, the top one where it says EX, booster 6-pack guaranteed to drop at least 1 EX figure. So you do have to do that. Like, I highly recommend doing that because there's a limit of 5 of them. You can do these 5 times. But the thing is that this is only available for like a couple more days until the 31st of January or the 1st of February. So highly recommend, if you guys have gems, save them up so you can do this. If you guys have had gems and spent them on the other banners, then that is definitely the wrong way to go about it. You have to spend it on this 300 gem because you get a guaranteed EX, and it is absolutely amazing. So, anyways, we will be doing the pulls a little bit later. But first off, a lot of people seem to not really understand how do you play the story mode in this game. But if you guys had actually read some through the tutorial and all that, you'll see that this blue button down here, the bottom corner, once it will start working. That is one thing about this game that is kind of a little bit poor at the moment, is how intuitive the actual menus are. But you're greeted with this menu down here, and you can see the bottom one, it says quests. When you click on quests, that will link you up to the story mode. So the story mode basically starts you off where you are on this island to play this game, which is the Pokemon figurine game. And you have to like make your way through all of the hotels. The hotels get progressively harder, and there's actually like a mini story mode with a story, and you know, there's villains and stuff like that. But anyways, this is kind of like how it is. There's like different chapters and stuff, and after you beat all of the sub chapters, you see that there's like a boss level, and the boss level, after you beat that, will give you reward, like different rewards. So with each chapter as well, there's like these 3 stars. So if you click on the 3 stars, those are challenges. So if you complete a challenge after you win that actual game, you will get a free gem for that. So with this challenge, it says win a battle using attack with 80 or more damage, surround a Pokemon 1 time, and win after your own figurine uses gold attacks 1 time. Now, I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to do that, but we're going to be playing through one of these games in this video, just so I can show you guys the whole system. So the current team that I'm rocking is a Genesect with double Latios, and I'm also running the EX Blastoise, EX Raikou, and I also have a Salamence as well. But I am coming up against double Drowsy, which is very annoying. Drowsy has a really high chance of confusing you, which is really bad. I believe it's confusion, or it's sleeping. One of the two. He can make your Pokemon fall asleep. But there's actually a story mode. We're not going to really going through that because that's kind of spoiler territory. I don't really want to go through that, just in case if you guys are not up to that in the game. So this is kind of how it goes. There is a spin to see who will go first in the actual gameplay itself. So you can see right here, we are greeted with the tabletop, and we have all of our figures ready to go. So I'm just going to explain really quickly how this game works. So you can see I have my side with my 6 Pokemon, and the opposing team has their 6 Pokemon on their side. Now, next to all of those 6 Pokemon, you'll see that there are like 2 separate dots with a plus symbol in them. What those are for is your Pokemon Center. So after your Pokemon dies, it will be going into the Pokemon Center, and then once you have 2 Pokemon already in the Pokemon Center and another one dies, then one of them in the Pokemon Center comes back to your team that you can then use again for the actual gameplay. So we're going to start things off. You can actually pick any of your Pokemon to move. When you go first, all of your Pokemon's moves are reduced by 1, so you can only go, if you have a Pokemon that can move 3 spaces, it goes 2 spaces on turn 1, etc, etc. So we're going to move Latios up to this position right here. And the whole objective with this is to get at least one of your figurines to the opposing flag. So you see on my side in the middle there is a blue flag, and then on the opposing side there is an orange flag. We have to get one of our figurines, only one, to land on that tile. So that is our whole objective. And then obviously, you know, when you're trying to get there, your opposing team will have their own Pokemon to block you and will, you know, initiate battles and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and use Latios to move on up the board here. Okay, that Poliwag is going to be a little bit of a problem. What I'm going to do here is I might put Latios on the entry point. So if you guys... Oh, actually, should I? Now, I feel as if that this Poliwag is going to attack me right here. So we're going to put a defender here with our Blastoise, and we're just going to end our turn right there. But you guys see the Pokeball symbols on each of the corners? Those are the entry points. You can only put a figurine on those entry points. If you put one of your figures on their entry points, they can't summon a Pokemon in. So that is probably one of the best objectives. If I could just recommend any kind of strategy to you guys, would be to try and lock down their entry points, meaning that you're basically going to win through that means, is that you're going to be blocking their entry points, meaning that they cannot summon any more Pokemon, and then it makes it a lot easier to actually make it through the game. So we're going to go ahead here and attack this Drowsy here. We've got 2 Pokemon on our endpoints here, and unfortunately here with our spin there, we didn't get an attacking move, which is a little bit of a shame, but we're going to go ahead and attack once again. So you can see this is a kind of different sort of Pokemon style of battling. There is a spin, and depending on what they land on depends on which Pokemon wins. Now there's different types of moves, and if they come up I will explain them to you guys, but it's actually like reasonably complex with the moves and how they work. But you can see that person uses a card there, and that card will allow them to spin their moves around. So you can see here with that double chance card, they can spin their moves to see if they can get something better. So unfortunately for them, they did not, and then we can go ahead and knock down that Poliwag. So, we're in a very, very good position here. Honestly, we've already won it. We can just move up by 1 spot, and legit, we just have to win. We can win from here. Like, no matter what happens, we just automatically win next turn, and goodbye to that Froakie. So, now we have 2 positions here, where we have 2 of our Pokemon with 3 MP spaces. We can go ahead and use Latios, move it to the end point, and we win the game. So, it's as easy as that. As long as you get at least one of your figurines to their end point, their flag, then you win. And, you know, vice versa. If they get it to your end point, then they'll win. So, the actual gameplay itself is pretty simple, but the mechanics can be a little bit more complex here because there are different abilities. Each Pokemon can have an ability which will affect the gameplay. There are different cards that can be activated that will provide different advantages for your team, and all that kind of stuff. So it is pretty cool. But yeah, we just won. We got some XP, we got some coins, and unfortunately for us, we didn't complete any of the challenges, so we didn't get any free gems. And this is the Spin It. So basically what happens is you get a chance to get a specific free item when you win a game. So this only is through story mode, I believe. When you do multiplayer, there are different other, you know, rewards that you can get. But we got a Confuse Heal card, which will obviously, as the title says, it will heal confusion from one of our Pokemon. So now that I've shown you guys the gameplay, we can show you guys around different other menus. But so far, I'm absolutely loving this game. This game is actually so much fun. I really, really love the pull system in this game because the rates are actually reasonably high. Even if you're not doing, you know, just regular the sextuple pulls, you're still getting like pretty good rates for EXs. Like a lot of people seem to be getting a lot of EXs out of crates and stuff. Now on this main menu here, this is kind of like the hub menu where you're always going to be most of the time. So you can see that it's got my team up the front there. That's the team that I'm using at the moment. And you can see just below that there are a whole bunch of different crates. Now you get those crates from doing the multiplayer. So you can see the big golden button that says play. When you click that, it will partner you up against another person. And if you win, you will get a specific crate. So there are different types of crates. They have different, you know, rates for each crate. And, you know, they have different time limits. So you can see here that the second one has a 5-hour and 47-minute countdown. When that goes all the way to 0, I can then open it. Now, if I actually click that, it gives me information about what I can get from this pack. So it says Time Booster Orange. So this is the orange box. You get 2 figurines, you get an ingot, and you get a cube or rare metal. So figures are obviously the Pokemon. Ingots, I believe, are the specific cubes that can give you specific advantages. So what happens is there's like 3 different colors. There's a golden one, which you can just sell for extra money. There is a blue one, which gives you more XP. And then there is a green one, which will level up, I believe, the move power of some of your Pokemon. I believe that's how it works. And you can open all these crates up immediately by spending gems, but obviously I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to open up this purple crate that I have saved. Let's see what we get inside this purple crate. Hopefully we can get some amazing pull from here. I'm really, really excited. Let's see what we get. It's going to be blue, so it's a UC. It is a Trapinch. I already have a Trapinch, and we get an Ingot UC, so we get a uncommon golden crate, so that'll give us some extra cash, and we got a common green cube. So not the best crate, honestly. Actually, really funny. I think out of a blue crate, I actually got a Blastoise, I believe it was, which was kind of crazy, getting a bloody EX out of a crate. From what I've seen on the Reddit of this game is that a lot of people are getting EXs out of the crate. So even though you might not be able to pull an EX, if you have one of these crates, you have a slight chance of getting an EX itself. So moving on from that, let's go to the deck edit menu. So with this deck edit menu, it is pretty simplistic. You can go to edit figurines and you literally just tap to see which Pokemon you want to put on your team. As simple as that. And then you can go to edit your plates, and then these are the specific plates that you can use in the middle of your battle. So all of these different plates have different abilities. This one here, X attack, you can choose one of your Pokemon, it gets extra 30 damage for that turn, and they're just very simplistic abilities like that. You got Pokemon Switch, which is a really nice card, and it swaps 2 Pokemon on the field or bench, and it switches their positions around. So if you want a specific Pokemon in a specific place, you can swap 2 positions around, and it gives you much more of an advantage. However, if you do use this card, you know, it will end your turn immediately, so it means after using this, you cannot attack, so you do have to keep that in mind as well. And I've just got a whole bunch of other cards as well. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the deck edit. Now here's the fusion menu. Now the fusion menu is pretty much just like gaining XP for your characters. That's pretty much it. So I choose a Pokemon, and that Pokemon is the one I want to feed to, and then if I feed just all these other Pokemon here, I'm not going to, but it will give them a whole bunch of experience. Now I don't really want to do that, of course, but that's pretty much how that works. You can just feed things to get experience, which is pretty cool. Pretty simplistic, not much else to really say here. We've got the shop, which I just showed you at the start of the video, which is pretty cool. We're going to be doing a sextuple pull in a minute, but yeah, we've got the boosters. Obviously, I just showed you that before. We've got the plate shop, so you can go ahead and exchange your diamonds for specific plates that you might need. Now, some of these plates are insanely good. You got like the Bright Pad, I believe, is one of the best ones. Let's check this out real quick. Choose one of your Pokemon on the field. For this turn, you can make any battle opponent of this Pokemon spin again once. Okay, so that is actually a pretty decent card. So there's a whole bunch of really useful ones, and one specifically is like the drive cards. These ones are specifically for Genesect. So if you guys have Genesect, I would sort of recommend you guys to exchange some of your gems for these, because they have insane abilities that if you knock out a certain type of Pokemon, then it will remove them from the duel. So they don't even go to the Pokemon Center. They just get removed from the duel completely, so that they cannot even be revived to be used again. So if you end up knocking out an opponent with a Shock Drive card or any of those drive cards with the Genesect, then that is absolutely crazy. You can just get so much advantage from that. But yeah, so there is the plate shop. There is also the material exchange. So after you do a pull in this game, you will get something called materials. So in the top right hand corner, you can see I have 1150 material, and you use those materials after you accumulate a lot of them. You can exchange them for any freaking figure in the game. So if you really want a specific figure, they can go ahead and exchange your materials for them. But you don't really get that many, per pull. I've done quite a few pulls on this game, and I've only got just over 1,000. So I'd imagine to get 4,000, you'd have to save up for a really long time, or have to spend a lot of money, of course. So that is one sort of downside thing, but it is what it is. I guess if you want a specific Pokemon, then this is kind of a good way to do it. Kind of similar to the Granny Chio shop in the Naruto Ninja Blazing, I believe. Sort of similar to that. But yeah, I guess if you really want a specific Pokemon, then you can exchange them for that. So that is actually really cool. So that's pretty much it for the shop. And then you've got the menu, which is kind of like your settings. You can change your avatar, change your nickname, transfer devices, and stuff like that. But now that I've kind of just explained the basics of the game and how it sort of works, let's go ahead and do a pull. So I did the crate opening before. We got Trapinch, which wasn't really that good, but we're going to go to the booster shop. We have 356 gems, so we are going to spend 300 of them to see if we can get an EX. Now, unfortunately for me, I pulled a duplicate. Oh my god, stupid notifications. But I pulled a duplicate Latios. That was really frustrating. I did an EX pull, and I got a duplicate Latios. So, duplicates probably aren't the best thing in this game, honestly. I mean, unless if there is a Pokemon that is completely broken, you could run like a full team of it. Probably not the best way to do it, but let's see what we get. Like, the ones that I'm really hoping for is, like, Magmortar is insane, Lucario is pretty good, Garchomp is pretty good. There's a couple I forgot which one specifically I really wanted, but Magmortar was an insane Pokemon, has an ability to knock out more than one Pokemon with its purple ability, which is really, really insane. But let's see what we get, and yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm really, really pumped to see what we can get from this Sextuple Booster Pack opening. So, let's see what we get after it connects, because we had a lot of server issues right now. Okay, it's connected. Alright. Here is the first opening. What is it going to be? Oh, it's starting off with the gold. Is this going to be an EX already? Is this it already? No, okay, so it's a rare. Starting off with a rare, we get Bayonet. I have no idea what Bayonet does, so I'm definitely going to check that out after this. I'm not too sure what Bayonet does, but let's go. Tap. And we get blue. Does it turn to gold? No, it's going to be blue, so it's an uncommon, I think. I believe it's uncommon. Yeah, so this is Tropius. I already have a Tropius, so that's kind of lame. Moving on. Okay. Boom. Let's see what we get. Come on. Gold. Turn to gold. No, okay, it's going to be blue again, so it's going to be another uncommon. It's going to be a Bronzong. I don't know what Bronzong does, so I'm definitely going to check that out again, because it's good. At least I'm getting some new Pokemon, some new abilities and stuff like that. Alright, we've got a blue. It's going to turn to gold. No, it's going to stay blue, so it's going to be another uncommon, unfortunately for us. It's another Bulbasaur. I pulled like 3 or 4 Bulbasaurs, I think, so, you know, it's just more level up XP at the moment. I think our EX is either this one or the next one. Let's see what it is. It's starting off as a gold, so this might be our EX here. And what is it going to be? Magmortar! No way! Oh my god, dude. Holy crap. That was the one I said I wanted. Yo, dude, we got Magmortar. Oh, dude. Alright, we got one more. What are we going to get from our last pull? It's going to be blue. Do it turn to gold? No, it's going to be another uncommon. Unfortunately, it's going to be another Bayonet. Okay, so we got 2 Bayonets from the pull. But oh my god, right, after that you get some plates as well. So we got the Power Battle. Actually, this is a pretty good card. Actually, I saw a lot of that using that. Counter Attack, what's that? This plate can be used when you have enemy Pokemon on all your own entry points. Select one of your Pokemon on the field. That Pokemon will have +1 MP for that turn. Ooh! Yo, that's pretty useful. That's pretty goddamn useful. Let's check these guys out. So we got Bayonet. Let's check its wheels. So it's got Curse, Nightshade, Shadow Claws. So Curse, the Pokemon, this Pokemon and its battle opponent gain a Curse marker. So does that, what does that actually do? Does that lower attack, or I'm not too sure what it does. And it's got Infiltrator, so it passes through. Unfortunately, it has a 2 MP, so it only moves 2 spaces per turn, whereas Shuppet has a 3 space per turn, which makes Shuppet really, really good in this game. Now let's check out Bronzong. So Bronzong has Extrasensory, Confusion, Iron Defense, and Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray becomes confused, and then Iron Defense is basically Protect. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But the man that we were talking about is this guy right here. So we have Magmortar. So let's check out his move. He has a 16% chance to miss, which is, you know, pretty bad. That is quite high. 16% chance to miss. But its purple move, Flame Gun. The battle opponent and one Pokemon directly behind it are knocked out. How broken is that? That is ridiculous. And Fire Punch with a 60 base power. If this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes burned. And now I forgot exactly what the burn status does. I think it might reduce attack power. I think that might be what it does. I don't remember exactly what all of the statuses do, because they're not exactly the same as regular Pokemon. There is a slight difference with that. But that is insane. We got a freaking Magmortar, which was the one I was just talking about right before we did that pull. So that is crazy. He's going straight on my team. We are going to put him on my team. Boy, that is crazy good. That is crazy good. Alright, let's go ahead to our deck and add him up real quick. But I think we've got a full team of EXs now. Yeah, we do, because I had Salamence there. And actually, Magmortar's a pretty good replacement for Salamence. He has a really, really nice ability. Actually, let's switch this around. Let's switch this around a little bit. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, let's set this up. Let's set this up. Alright, so one last thing that I really want to say to you guys about this game is that the when you click this play button and you do the gold or whatever, the gold button, and you click that, you match it with an opponent, you actually gain points. Like, you gain league points. Now, what these league points actually mean, I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, but as you gain more points, you'll like level up in the ranks. You start off as a trainer, go to a leader, then you go to elite, champion, great, ultra, master. So as you gain points, you will have, you know, as you can see here, that you can access more Pokemon. Now, I believe you can access these through the locked booster. So you can see on the side there, the one that I'm tapping, says lock the booster. After you beat an opponent in league matches, you get 3 keys. After you get 10 keys, you can immediately unlock a booster, which will give you a free figure, and I believe it gives you ingots and stuff like that as well. So that is pretty cool, and I believe the higher rank you are, the more chances you have of getting an EX. So highly recommend it if you guys can. Try to go ahead and level up through the league play so you can get higher chances of getting EX cards. So if we go over here to the league menu again. I'm in this league at the moment, so you can see these are all the Pokemon that I have a chance of getting, and then you can see here for the EXs there's quite a lot, but as you can see when you get towards the end, look how many EXs there are, and I don't believe the UCs and the Rs change, just the amount of EXs I believe. So I highly recommend trying to get as high as you can because it'll give you a higher chance of getting really cool EX Pokemon. So anyways guys, we're gonna end the video off here. I cannot believe that we freaking pulled Magmortar out of our sextuple pull. I'm super excited about that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more Pokemon Duel videos coming up soon, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that guys, I will see you guys within the next video.